Hey y'all, how you doing? Unfortunately, you can't see a lot of my counter, so I'll just have to kind of bring stuff up so you guys can see. But it's National Homemade Soup and our day, and so even without knowing, I'd asked Mike what he wanted for dinner, and he said that tomato soup and grilled cheese. And so we are going to try. We've never done tomato soup in here. We've done tons of sauces, but we've never made a soup in here. So we're gonna make tomato basil soup, but I am gonna manipulate it a little bit. The recipe does come with a book that comes with this. You can also look it up online. It's just tomato basil, but I think it's really cool how the book comes and it gives you all of the different kinds of soups. There's a soup setting, and so then it tells you what to do when. So I, again, manipulating even more because it tells me to put in water or low sodium veggie broth. Got that. But then it also tells me some salt. I'm going to put low salt because we don't use just regular salt here. But it tells me 2 Roma tomatoes and 1 can of whole tomatoes, a half an onion, and 2 garlic cloves. Out of all of that, I literally only have the garlic cloves. So I am going to use 2 no salt petite diced tomatoes. I'm hoping that that's going to be a decent amount. So first things first. So I've posted this before, and I will never forget now what it is. But how many of you know that this is called a church key? Like, I had no clue what this thing was my entire life. I just knew this is what you use to open for, like, your to pour your juices or your broth in this case. And then this is for your sodas. I don't use this side anymore. We've got other contraptions, but this I'm going to use to pierce my sorry to pierce my vegetable broth. And then actually, what I'm going to end up doing with this is we always seem to waste so much of this, so I'm gonna start freezing it. I don't know, do any of you freeze your broths? I've never done it, so I'm intrigued. So anyways, it's supposed to be 1/4 cup, and our petite measure all is 1/4 cup. So I'm gonna fill that up. All right, put all this out of the way. And while I was getting all of this together, I noticed something super, super sad. And I should stop using this, and I probably will, but it still saddens me. And I know we all have these ear scrapers that are destroyed because of your cans that you're using. So another reason that you can use the smooth edge can opener to protect um, your scrapers, because again, as I said, like, I noticed that and I was so sad. I was just like, nobody wants that ruined. So let me open these. And I also got from my pantry, I picked up some tomato paste and some tomato sauce just in case it didn't seem very thick. So let me see if this one opened. This was being weird. The can kind of had a hiccup in it. There we go. All right, so take the lid off of both of these. And I opened the tomato sauce instead of the other petite tomatoes. So we will now be using the tomato sauce, and then possibly the other petite, because I'm not going to waste anything. There's no reason to waste it. So this may be too thick this way, which is fine. The two manipulations that I'm actually additional manipulations, I should say, Hold on, let me get the non-messed up one for this paste. I am going to add a couple of additional herbs besides some basil, which I did forget to grab the basil, but it goes in last. I am going to add our garlic and herb and also our Italian. I'm going to add both of those. So we will see. They said it adds a lot of flavor. Oh, and then add more garlic, of course. Who doesn't add more garlic? And add some heavy cream after it's done. You don't want to do that while it's cooking. You want to do it at the end. I'll explain that a little bit more. I'm gonna push this down, and you guys can see me fail at this because every time I do this live, I fail miserably at this. I'm gonna show you guys this amazing tool to get the peels off of your garlic. So it's just this tube here. Sorry, you're jiggling. I don't think you want that. So let me dry that off. So you're supposed to be able to just put your garlic in here and then roll it around. Oh, guys, I did it on live. I'm so excited. So it's completely peeled. So I'm just going to throw that in there. And you can see all the peel in there. I don't know if I have to take it out to do these next ones. I may have to I'll just have to end up making a mess on my calendar or my counter. I think that one's done too. I did another one on live. I'm so proud of myself. Let's see. 3 times a charm. All these peels are coming out. 3 times a charm, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Just so beautiful. So anyways, I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna put you guys back up here. Yeah. All right. So I am going to add. It called for a half an onion. I do not have an onion. So I'm going to put a small handful. I don't know if you guys can see that. A small handful of dried onions in there. I figure since this is going to cook for a little bit, hopefully they will, of course, grind out because this is a blender, but also soften up a little bit while it goes. I am going to add a little bit of salt, and a little bit more. And then, is there anything else? I add my garlic. Okay, so I'm going to add the Italian seasoning and the garlic and herb now, which if you ask Alexis, the garlic and herb is, oh, sorry, my Amazon thing wants to talk to me. But if you ask her, this garlic and herb is like one of the best seasonings ever. So now I need my lid. Oh, here's my lid. So one of the cool things about this, I don't know if you guys, how much you can see. Yeah, you can see this has a on and off switch on the side, so which makes it really nice because I can just sit it back here. I can turn it off and it is on my counter ready to use at any time. So anyways, I'm gonna turn this on, and yes, it just splattered water everywhere because I just cleaned it because I made hot chocolate in it earlier. So anyways, I'm going to turn this until it comes over to here. Let me push this back a little bit. There's all these settings. So you've got your smoothie, alternative milk, grind, heat wash, soup, heated puree, jam, and sauce. And so I'm going to turn it over here to my soup. It's telling me that my soup needs to be 212. When it hits 212, that's when it will let me know that I need to do my next steps. And then I would hit the cancel button, and then right here is the pulse button. So when this is all done, I will cancel and I will hit this pulse button and I will add, it does say fresh basil. Again, I'm making this on the whim, so I don't have fresh basil, but I will put basil. And then that is also when I'm going to put a half a cup of, yep, heavy cream. So again, we're going to put this on soup, and then it's going to get really loud. So I'm not going to do that with you guys here because I don't want you to have to deal with that. But I will post pictures later. I may again add some tomato paste or these diced tomatoes, depending on how thick this is when it gets started. But again, I'm not going to start it with you guys on. So hope you guys are having a great evening, keeping warm. Let me know what your favorite soup is and what you're going to do this weekend. Us, we're going to hunker down because a lot of our roads are still iced. Yay, Texas. So we're just going to eat soup and chill out. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.